Have you ever heard that powerful things happen when the Holy Spirit enters a person's life? Many live thinking that they are well with God, but in fact they're spiritually erased, cold, dead inside. In this video, I'm going to show you 5 wonderful changes that happen when the Holy Spirit actually comes to dwell in a Christian's heart. But pay attention. Those who ignore these transformations may end up living in empty faith and even risk spending eternity away from God. Stay with me until the end, because what you will hear can completely transform your life. If you like content that strengthens your faith and bring you closer to God, already leave the like and subscribe to the channel now. Here we talk about truths that many people prefer to hide. Become part of this family of faith and help this message reach more people. And if the video touches your heart, comment there now. 1. A new fire is kindled in the heart. When the Holy Spirit comes into one's life, the first change happens from within. A new fire is lit, not something common. It is a spiritual fire. He burns the coldness, removes the laziness of praying, reading the Bible, and awakens a deep desire to be close to God. Before, the person did things for obligation. Then he starts doing it for pleasure. Praying, seeking the presence of God, become as important as breathing. The heart that was warm, lifeless, is now filled with the presence of God. In Acts 2, verses 3-4, the Bible shows how the disciples were filled with the Spirit and became courageous, full of faith, willing to give their lives for Jesus. This fire also brings the will to be holy. The sin that was previously ignored now bothers. 2. We begin to hear the voice of God more clearly. When the Holy Spirit enters, our spiritual ears are opened. We begin to recognize the voice of God clearly. Jesus said in John 10, verse 27, "My sheep hear my voice." This becomes real to the one who is filled with the Spirit. Before, it was all confusing. It seemed difficult to hear God. But now, things become clearer, as if the soul is attuned to heaven. And it does not only happen in prayers. God speaks in day-to-day decisions, showing what to do, warning when something is wrong, and confirming with peace when something is right. Isaiah 30, verse 21 says that you will hear a voice saying, "This is the way, walk on it." This is not imagination. It is the direction of the Spirit in your life. But to hear this voice, you must be attentive. It is necessary to turn away from sin and value time with God. If you have never felt this, ask now, "Holy Spirit, open my ears." Imagine living knowing that God is guiding you every step of the way. It's possible. 3. We receive strength to overcome sin. One of the greatest blessings of having the Holy Spirit is to receive power to overcome sin. Before, the person tried to stop making mistakes, but always fell. It seemed that there was no way out. But when the Spirit enters, He brings a new force. Romans 8, verse 13 says that by the Spirit, we can overcome the desires of the flesh and live a new life. With the Spirit, we can say no to temptation, break vices, and keep ourselves even in the midst of struggles. He breaks the chains that before seemed unbreakable. But the Spirit does not compel anyone. He enables, and we choose to obey or not. Every time you say yes to God and no to sin, the Spirit acts even stronger in your life. But beware, if you ignore the voice of the Spirit, He may grieve and turn away. Ephesians 4, verse 30. Today, God is calling you to live a life of victory. He wants to free you from all that holds you back. The power is already available. Just you decide to surrender to Him. For we are born to love in a supernatural way. The Holy Spirit plants in us a love that the world does not know. It is not a superficial love, nor based on momentary feelings. It is the love of God flowing within us. Romans 5, verse 5 says that the love of God is poured into our hearts by the Spirit. This love changes everything. Where there was hurt, forgiveness enters. Where there was division, union is born. We learn to love even those who hurt us, to help those no one wants to help. 5. We gain courage to live the purpose of God. When the Holy Spirit enters, He gives us courage that goes beyond human logic. Rather, many are afraid, hide themselves, feel incapable. But with the Spirit, a supernatural boldness is born. The disciples were previously locked in fear. After they were filled with the Spirit, they began to preach boldly, even under threats. Acts 4 verse 31. This courage does not come from us, it comes from God. It is a certainty within the soul that the Lord is with us, that we are not alone. With this, we face obstacles, speak of Jesus without fear, and keep firm in the purpose, even when everything seems difficult. When the Holy Spirit enters into someone, everything changes. The heart is on fire for God. The voice of the Lord becomes clear. Sin loses strength. The love of God overflows. And the divine courage pushes you to live the purpose that He has for you. You are not raised for an ordinary life. It was created to be filled with the Spirit. Now I ask you, will you just hear these truths, or will you decide to live it all for real? If this video talked to you, please like it and subscribe to the channel. This helps us get that message out to more people. And he comments there, Holy Spirit, transform my life and guide me according to your will. Do not be ashamed. Comment with faith as a statement before God. And to continue growing in faith, click here and see the next video that I have separated for you. May the Holy Spirit touch you today in a supernatural way, and may your life never be the same again. If you want, I can adapt this text also for a script with separate blocks and ready to be recorded. Do you want that?